Bizarre Brain Comics. Oh, hi. Hello, my comic book friends. And welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host, and we're not in the basement, in the dungeon, or even in the living room. We're outside. The missus has taken over my space when doing stuff and making a lot of noise, so I can't do it down there. And since she's playing tunes, I had to get out of the house, so she couldn't. So I hope this shows up okay. And what I wanted to talk about today, well, this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. Come on. See, it wasn't breezy until I come sit out here. What I want to talk a little bit about today is this Mad special. Mad presents Harry Potter. And this features Mad magazine. This is from 2011. And this features the Mad satires of all 8 Harry Potter movies. And I guess this is the first appearance of the last one from the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And it's a lot of fun. I originally wanted to do this for Halloween, but I kind of run out of time for it. I don't know who did this great cover. Does it say? Cover artist Mark Fredrickson. And I hope it's not too backlit, that this is easy to see. But yeah, great cover painting. All of the art in here is great. It's got little doodads of featuring by Sergio Aragones. And well, and other little Harry Potter related humorous things interspersed throughout, but it's primarily the 8 satire parodies of the movies. Some great job. All 8 were written by Desmond Devlin, so it has a lot of through stuff with the gags and the humorous names and the like. So it's very consistent in that regard. And the parody of the first movie, which was done in black and white, was drawn by the great Mort Drucker. And that's the only one of these that he did. I don't know what his last work was for. He passed away in 2020. And so that would have been, about 17, 18 years before he passed away. So whether he was retired after that or just didn't do these, I don't know. And but Mort Drucker was magnificent. Started doing comic books in the 40s. It did regular comics for all kinds of publishers in the 40s and 50s, and was well known for doing some great war comics for DC Comics. And then in the late 50s, he started doing stuff at Mad. But even then, he wasn't doing caricature stuff. And I guess he got started doing the caricature stuff when he was doing the Bob Hope comic at DC, and he did a real good job and liked it. And so he carried that over into Mad, because he never considered himself a caricaturist. But he wound up in the 60s and 70s. He was one of the premier caricaturists in the country in publication, and up until the time of his retirement from doing stuff at Mad. At that point in time, he had done more, appeared in more issues of Mad magazine than anyone else. Then that was taken over by taken up by Al Jaffe, and then that was superseded by Sergio Aragones. Some close up, and the oh, and of course it's not Harry Potter, but Harry Plotter, and it starts off with a kind of a parody. It's an all-text parody. Harry Plotter and the Kidney Stone. And that kind of, it's all text parody before it gets to the actual movie parody. There's Mort, Drucker, of course. Black and white. Oh, it's a marvelous. It's marvelous. I hope that's visible. Marvelous work here, because he did such great work. And I always liked the Mad Magazine movie parodies, because it's like they pick stuff right. I mean, of course, it's just little making gags and little snippets throughout the course of the movie. But once you see the movie, you recognize it. And of course, this was all black and white at that time. And the other, here's a couple pages of just Sergio Aragonés gags, Harry Potter related gags. Some great stuff. And I hope that's visible. Then we get to the others. The rest of the stories were in color. The parodies were in color. Some great coloring in some of them, and they were drawn by Desmond Devlin and Herman Mejia. And they both did great jobs. They're not Mort Drucker, but they did magnificent stuff. And for the second one, I forgot to mention it, because they had the gags with the titles. Like the first one was, Harry Plotter and the Sorry Ass Story. And he gets like Drano Malformed for Draco Malfoy, Runt Queasy for Ron, stuff like that. Then Harry Potter and the Lamest of Sequels for and the second one. And here you can see this was by Tom Richmond. He did a marvelous job of the sequels. I'll get it yet. The caricatures as well. They both did some really fine. They all did some fine work. And Plotter and and what's this? Gone with the Wind. The suspension of the car flying troubles. The one it should have taken Amtrak. Lots of good little gags here. And of course the gags are derived right directly from the film itself. Then we had said Harry Plotter and the preteen nerds are acting bad. This one was Herman Mejia, and with the hand coloring and stuff, watercolor, some marvelous stuff. And of course this shows them as early teens as they were, but they all had horrible acne as like real people, not like movie stars. And they're awesome. And this is done like as a musical for their introductions. Snapped. Snape is snapped. It even has a gag here on J.K. Rowling. See where's so just some good, marvelous stuff. Oh, great stuff. Harry Plotter has got to retire. I think, is that a gag or is that the actual? No, that's the actual. That's the actual parody. Yeah. Oh. And this one is Herman Mejia. Well, some marvelous stuff. Go through all 8 movies. We'll just skip to the last one here. This was also by Herman Mejia. You can see how, if that shows up well enough, you can see how good that is. And right down to when what's it? Neville Longbottom becomes the hero, killing the snake, beheading the snake, Nagini. And as I said, this is from 2011. That's when I got this, and so it's got some damage. It's been in my bathroom for reading material for years. So, but it's a lot of fun, and I hope if you haven't seen it, you ought to catch it sometime somewhere, because that is a lot of fun. So I want to thank you for joining me. And please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and remember, comics are art. Let's see if that'll work. Oops.